Did you know that about 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February? That's a staggering number, and it shows how challenging it can be to turn our dreams into reality. But what if I told you that you could change your brain to make achieving your goals easier? That's right. Neuroscience has discovered that our brains can be trained, rewired, and even tricked into helping us manifest our dreams. In this video, we'll explore how understanding your brain can transform your leadership abilities. You'll learn about powerful strategies that successful leaders use to focus their minds and achieve their goals. From visualizing success to tapping into the subconscious, these techniques are grounded in solid science. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of brain science and discover how to unlock your full potential. By the end, you'll have the tools to not just dream, but to turn those dreams into achievable goals. So, let's get started on this journey to mastering your mind. Chapter 1. The Brain's Leadership Blueprint. Rewiring for visionary goals. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly set and achieve big goals while others struggle? It all comes down to how our brains are wired. Neuroscience shows that our brains are naturally goal-oriented. The brain uses a process called neural encoding to map out pathways toward achieving goals. When you focus on a clear objective, your brain starts to prioritize it. But here's the trick. You have to train your brain to focus on the right goals. According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, author of Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, we are creatures of habit who can only see the world through the lens of the past. This means that unless we actively work to change our thinking patterns, our brains will keep guiding us toward old habits, not new dreams. To counteract this, start by visualizing your goals as if they've already been achieved. When you do this, your brain creates new neural circuits that begin to see this new reality as achievable. A Harvard study found that participants who visualized practicing the piano showed the same brain activity as those who physically practiced. The same principle applies to leadership and goal setting. If you visualize leading a successful team or achieving your business goals, your brain believes it's real and starts working to make it happen. Visionary leaders often tap into this without realizing it, but now you can use this science-backed strategy too. Chapter 2. The Dopamine Hack. Fueling leadership through reward systems. Dopamine is often called the motivation molecule, and it plays a critical role in helping leaders stay on track. Neuroscientists have found that dopamine isn't just about feeling good. It's actually part of the brain's reward system, pushing you to keep going after a goal. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a leading neuroscientist, explains that dopamine is what makes us pursue goals, not just achieve them. This means that it's the pursuit of the goal itself that triggers the most dopamine release, not just the achievement. Leaders can use this to their advantage by creating micro-goals or milestones within bigger goals. Instead of focusing only on the end result, break your goal into smaller, manageable steps. Each time you complete a step, your brain releases dopamine, giving you a sense of accomplishment and keeping your motivation high. This explains why 90% of successful CEOs set small, measurable goals on their way to larger achievements, according to a report by the Harvard Business Review. Here's a practical hack. Celebrate the small wins. It might seem minor, but acknowledging every step forward gives your brain the reward it needs to keep pushing. Even something as simple as checking off tasks on a to-do list can trigger a dopamine boost. Over time, this trains your brain to stay focused and motivated. Chapter 3. Neuroplasticity Power-Up. Adapt like a visionary leader. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to change and adapt, and it's one of the most powerful tools for leadership success. Scientists used to think the brain stopped changing after childhood, but now we know that it can rewire itself throughout life. This is fantastic news for leaders because it means you can train your brain to become more resilient, innovative, and adaptable. Consider this. A study by the National Academy of Sciences found that entrepreneurs have significantly higher levels of neuroplasticity than the average person. Why? Because they're constantly solving problems and adapting to new situations. As a leader, embracing challenges and stepping out of your comfort zone helps build new neural pathways. This makes it easier to handle future obstacles with confidence. To power up your neuroplasticity, practice deliberate learning. Take on new tasks that challenge you, whether it's learning a new skill, reading thought-provoking books, or even trying something outside your expertise. As Dr. Norman Doidge, author of The Brain That Changes Itself, puts it, neurons that fire together, wire together. This means the more you challenge your brain with new ideas and actions, the stronger and more adaptable it becomes. Another key to boosting neuroplasticity is to embrace failure. Each time you fail and learn from it, your brain rewires itself to improve. So, instead of fearing mistakes, see them as opportunities for growth. Leaders who thrive on change have mastered this art of continuous brain training. If you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe. By subscribing, you won't miss any tips to unlock your leadership potential. Chapter 4. Mind Sculpting. Visualize success like a master strategist. Visualization isn't just a motivational buzzword, it's backed by science. Neuroscientists have found that mental imagery can physically change the brain. When you visualize success, the brain strengthens the neural pathways connected to that action. This is called mental rehearsal. The brain doesn't know the difference between an action you're thinking about and one you're actually doing. In leadership, this means you can mentally practice your success. Olympic athletes have been using this trick for decades. Michael Phelps, one of the most decorated swimmers in history, credits visualization as a key part of his routine. He would imagine every detail of his races, from the water temperature to his stroke technique. By the time he hit the pool, his brain had already rehearsed success hundreds of times. Here's how you can apply it to your goals. Take 5 minutes each day to vividly imagine leading your team to success or reaching your professional goals. Picture every detail, the conversations, the outcomes, even how you'll feel once you achieve it. As you do this, your brain strengthens the circuits needed to make these actions a reality. A study published in Psychology Today showed that people who visualize themselves performing tasks improve their performance by 13.5%, even without physical practice. Visualization also helps reduce anxiety. When you mentally rehearse success, you build confidence because your brain has already been there. This leads to better decision-making under pressure, a key trait of great leaders. Chapter 5. The Subconscious Commander. Tapping into hidden leadership potential. Your subconscious mind is like the operating system of your brain, running 95% of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. This means most of what you do as a leader is driven by patterns you aren't even aware of. The good news? You can reprogram those subconscious patterns to support your leadership goals. According to Dr. Bruce Lipton, author of The Biology of Belief, your subconscious mind is 1,000,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind. He argues that much of our behavior is based on deeply ingrained beliefs that were formed when we were young. To become more effective leaders, we need to identify and change the subconscious beliefs that hold us back. One powerful technique is affirmations. Repeated positive statements can rewire your subconscious mind over time. This works because your brain is constantly looking for patterns to confirm what it believes. If you tell yourself every day that you're a confident, decisive leader, your brain starts to believe it and behaves accordingly. According to a study published in Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience, affirmations activate the brain's reward centers, making them a powerful tool for reinforcing leadership behaviors. Meditation is another way to tap into the power of your subconscious. Meditation helps calm the conscious mind, making it easier to access and reprogram subconscious thought patterns. Leaders like Ray Dalio, the billionaire founder of Bridgewater Associates, swear by daily meditation. Dalio credits meditation with improving his creativity, decision-making, and overall leadership ability. If you found these insights valuable, make sure to subscribe for more tips and strategies to elevate your leadership journey.